Welcome. Today we're diving into the ALCOA Plus principles, the gold standard for ensuring data integrity in regulated environments. Whether you're working with paper or electronic records, these principles help guarantee that your data is trustworthy, reliable, and audit-ready. We'll break down each letter: attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, complete, consistent, enduring, available, and traceable, so you can see how they apply in real-world scenarios. Let's get started by understanding why these rules matter for anyone handling critical information. First principle, attributable, means every piece of data must be linked to the person or system that created or changed it. This ensures accountability and transparency. For example, in a paper lab notebook, the technician signs and dates each entry. In electronic systems, the username and timestamp are automatically logged whenever someone enters or modifies data. This way you always know who did what and when, making it easy to trace actions back to their source. Legibility is all about making sure your data is clear and readable for its entire life. On paper, this means using neat handwriting and permanent ink so information doesn't fade or become unclear. In electronic systems, data should be displayed in a readable font and format, making it easy to review and understand. Legible records prevent misinterpretation and errors, ensuring that anyone reviewing the data can trust what they see. Contemporaneous means recording data at the time the activity happens, not later. This is crucial for accuracy and reliability. For example, if you're taking measurements in a lab, you should write them down immediately on a log sheet. In electronic systems, data is often logged in real time as the activity occurs. This practice ensures that information is captured exactly as it happens, reducing the risk of forgetting details or making mistakes. Original data is the first recorded instance of information. It's not a copy or a transcription. On paper, this could be the initial handwritten entry on a lab sheet. In electronic systems, it's the first entry in the database, unaltered and unedited. Keeping original records is vital because it preserves the authenticity of your data, making sure it reflects the actual events or measurements without any tampering. Accurate data is correct and free from errors. For example, if you measure a pH of 7.4, you must record exactly 7.4, not an estimate or a rounded value. In electronic systems, accuracy means that entries reflect true values and any changes are tracked and justified. This level of precision is essential for making informed decisions and maintaining trust in your records. Complete data means all necessary information is included, nothing is left out. On paper, this means every required field on a form is filled out, including any retests or additional notes. In electronic systems, all fields in the data entry form must be completed, and all relevant metadata should be included. Complete records ensure that anyone reviewing the data has the full picture with no missing details. Consistency means data is recorded in a logical and chronological order, using the same formats throughout. On paper, this might mean always using the same date format and units. In electronic systems, data entries follow a standard format and timestamps are sequential. Consistent records make it easier to compare data, spot trends, and avoid confusion. Enduring means your data remains intact and accessible for as long as it's needed. For paper records, this involves storing them in a secure, long-lasting format. For electronic data, it means regular backups and secure, long-term storage systems. Enduring records protect against loss, damage, or unauthorized changes, ensuring your data is always available when required. Available data is always accessible for review, audits, or inspections. Paper records should be organized and stored so they can be easily retrieved. Electronic data should be quickly accessible from a digital database. This ensures that when information is needed, whether for routine checks or urgent investigations, it can be found without delay. Traceable data means you can always track information back to its source. On paper, each entry should include an identifier for the person and the time of recording. In electronic systems, audit trails show who accessed or modified the data and when. Traceability is crucial for accountability and for investigating any issues that arise. Let's look at a paper example for attributable. Imagine a lab technician making an entry in a notebook. They sign and date the entry, making it clear who recorded the data and when. This simple step ensures that every piece of information can be traced back to its author, supporting both accountability and transparency in the lab. In electronic systems, attributable is achieved through system logs. Every time someone enters or changes data, the system records their username and the exact timestamp. This digital trail ensures that you always know who was responsible for each action, making it easy to investigate any discrepancies or errors. For legible data on paper, it's important to write neatly and use permanent ink. This prevents fading and ensures that anyone reviewing the records in the future can read them clearly. Legibility is not just about neatness, it's about making sure information stands the test of time. In electronic records, legibility is ensured by using clear fonts and logical layouts. Data should be easy to read on any screen with no confusing abbreviations or clutter. This helps users quickly find and understand the information they need, reducing the risk of mistakes. Recording data contemporaneously on paper means writing down results as soon as they're observed. For example, if you're monitoring a process, you jot down each reading immediately on the log sheet. This practice ensures that the data reflects the actual timing of events, not just your memory. In electronic systems, contemporaneous recording is often automatic. As soon as an activity occurs, the system logs the data in real time. This eliminates delays and ensures that the information is always up to date and accurate, supporting reliable decision-making. The original paper record is the first handwritten entry on a lab sheet. It's important to keep this version safe as it's the most authentic source of information. Copies or transcriptions should always reference the original to maintain data integrity. For electronic data, the original entry is the first record in the database before any changes are made. Systems should be set up to preserve this initial data so there's always a clear record of what was first observed or measured. Accuracy in paper records means writing down exactly what you observe. If a pH reading is 7.4, that's what you record, no rounding or guessing. This attention to detail ensures that the data is trustworthy and can be relied upon for future analysis. In electronic systems, accuracy is maintained by ensuring data entries reflect true values. Any changes are tracked and justified, so there's always a record of what was changed and why. This builds confidence in the reliability of your electronic records.